I don't have the tea, but I definitely have my smoothie. And I'm ready to talk to you guys about something. I get a lot of questions about a certain aspect of my travel nurse experience. And a lot of people ask me, like, if I am mistreated. People want to know, do people really dump on travelers? Like, do they really, treat them some kind of way? So I am here to tell you guys what's going on with all of that talk, with all of that hoopla. This type of situation is kind of hard to talk about because my experience nor my opinion could ever be the end all be all. I mean, just because there's so many variable factors in this whole situation. But all my experiences were positive. I have to say that the experience that you have going into a travel assignment all depends on the person that you are. Who do you present yourself to be when you walk into the room, to the hospital? You have to remember that you're not a part of the regular staff at this particular place. Like, these people don't know you. They don't owe you. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of coming in thinking that they should be welcomed into the fold and trusted with everything and invited to every place. They come with a lot of entitlements that doesn't suit staff very well. I think you have to really be careful with the attitude that you carry when you come into a new place where people aren't familiar with who you are. I am not saying to be fake, to be somebody that you're not. I'm also not saying that you have to come in trying to be friends with everybody. Like, I totally get it. I've said things like, I'm just here to do my job. I'm not here to get in no mess. I'm not here to do this, that, or the other. I get it. And if that's the stance that you're going to take, that's totally fine. But you also have to remember to be a human being. You have to be a person. You need to be personable. Talk to people. Say hey when you walk in. Ask somebody if they need help. Be that person. Like, be a person. Don't just be standoffish, expecting everybody to come to you. Or, there's certain characteristics that people carry, and those characteristics that people just kind of like, I'm good. So I think that's a lot of experiences that people get when they travel, thinking that, I don't know. I mean, it's just so many variables. I don't even know how to really and truly speak on it. All I can hit is the general basis of coming in with an attitude to serve. You need to be serving. I mean, really, as a travel nurse, that is what our job position kind of fills. It fills a temporary need. And so here I am. Hey, I'm Rocky. I'm here to serve you guys for the time being. I'm not always going to be here, but while I'm here, I'm going to do the best that I can. And I mean, you don't need to be the teacher's pet. You don't need to, like I said, be anybody that you're not. Just have that attitude to serve and come in with a positive attitude, period. And it's just like, people will receive you as such. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't be going into places saying, I'm gonna have a good experience. They all gonna love me because Raquel said so, or because they love Rocky. No, because I don't know where you're going and I don't know who you will be working with. Unfortunately, the culture of nursing is a little jacked up sometimes, and I'm not justifying this in any way, shape, or form, but some nurses will treat their staff like trash, so you coming in as a traveler, it's nothing personal, boo-boo. We treat everybody like this. So I think another thing is you have to not be so quick to chalk every disrespect, every bad assignment as like, oh, it's because I was a traveler. Like, not everybody is coming to work thinking, I want to treat a traveler bad today. Like, it's not always that. Like, that's really not even the first reason that people will treat you wrong. It has a lot to do with their personal issues and maybe some of yours. Like I said, I'm not justifying that nurse bullying or any kind of disrespectful behavior in the workplace, but I am saying that we can't always chalk everything up to we're being mistreated because we're travelers. You're gonna get that third patient sometimes. I mean, not if you're in California, but you're gonna get that alcohol withdrawal patient or that really needy patient. Like, sometimes that happens, and that happens as a staff nurse. Like, that's just what being a nurse is sometimes. So just really kind of evaluate what it is that's going on. If you feel like something's going on, maybe check yourself. Check the situation. Obviously, if it's really some discriminatory behavior going on, talk to somebody about it. But like as travel nurses, I don't believe that we are very, very specifically mistreated, if that makes sense. So I would really look inward before I, said I was treated this way or the other because I was a travel nurse. With all that said, there are always going to be pros and cons of being a travel nurse, and I have plenty of videos to talk about that. I will link them in the cards. But everyone's experience is different, and you'll hear stories where people are best friends. You'll see them on Instagram going out for drinks after work and doing all this and that and the other. You're not always going to have those experiences, and that is okay. Everywhere you go, there's always going to be somebody that you don't want to get report from. You don't want to go hang out after work. You definitely don't want a brunch buddy with this person. Like, that's okay. And a lot of places you go, you will meet those people that you click with, that, you guys just really get along, and that's your work bestie. It's all a part of it, and you're gonna get both ends of the spectrum. So be prepared for it. I think that's one of those things that you have to know going into travel nursing, that there may be, certain things that are a part of the job. So I hope that answers y'all question. Experiences may vary, but try and do the best you can to make your experience as positive and as pleasant as possible, not just for you, but the people around you. And I think that makes everybody happy and more willing to receive you as a newcomer. So I think that's it on that topic. Thank you guys for rocking with Nurse Rocky. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. I will see you guys in my next video.